Welcome to PaleriderTV, back with another video. This is a good one. Fox News Clips is a video source for this. Oklahoma is cracking down. They've busted over 120 non-domiciled CDL holders, illegal immigrants, whatever. They're in Oklahoma. And they're cracking down. We got an interview here with the governor of Oklahoma, trying to get this screen share thing figured out. And I think we are ready to go. Let's play it. And here we go.
Your immigration bus caught dozens of illegal drivers, and some of them with questionable licenses. Oklahoma's governor is standing by for us, but first, senior national correspondent William Lajeunesse is reporting live in Los Angeles.
The governor is standing by, yes.
What are we learning, William?
Well, that's just a spotlight, Sandra. U.S. roads are inundated with hundreds of thousands of commercial drivers who don't speak English, can't read road signs, don't sleep, and undercut U.S. driver wages by some 70%. That's a conclusion by the feds, came after this Florida crash in August, prompted a deep dive into actually who's driving America's 18-wheelers. According to Secretary Sean Duffy, sanctuary states like California and New York and some red states are giving Biden-era asylum seekers commercial licenses.
Wow, that's crazy.
The process for issuing these licenses is absolutely 100% broken. It has become a threat to public.
I did a video on this last week about this speech that Sean Duffy here gave. It's a pretty good one. So if you didn't see it, go check it out.
Safety, and it is a national emergency.
Duffy highlighted crashes across the country like this 17-car pileup in Texas in March.
Yeah, this was terrible.
5 dead, including an infant.
Terrible.
The driver, an asylum seeker from Eritrea who spoke Ethiopian, now indicted for manslaughter. And in New Mexico, this big rig makes no attempt to stop, killing one, injuring another. The driver, according to court records, only spoke Mandarin.
Oh, wow.
Our highways are full of what we believe to be hundreds of thousands of improperly licensed commercial truck drivers, a lot of them being illegal immigrants.
Last Friday, Duffy ordered states to stop issuing CDLs to any non-U.S. citizen or lawful resident. He estimates 190,000 non-domiciled truck drivers should lose their license. An audit found California issued 25% of its CDLs
190,000. Wow.
illegally to immigrants. Now in Oklahoma, a highway checkpoint found.
In my last video, I did a video about this. The CDL with a no name given being issued out of New York State. It's crazy. Crazy loophole, but it's been working for a while for certain people up there in New York State. Go check that video out also.
20% of truck drivers were illegal immigrants. Some licenses had no first or middle name.
The vast majority of those people had crossed the southern border into the United States between 2020 and 2024. And all of them had crossed on the southern border.
So states began issuing non-domiciled CDLs in 2021 when President Biden addressed a dispute over driver.
So it's all the guy, the Indian guy from that had the wreck down in Fort Pierce, Florida, illegal, and he came across the border from southern border. That's how he got to the United States.
Shortage. Duffy says any state that continues to issue those CDLs to foreigners will lose their highway money. Sandra?
All right, William Lajeunesse on that for us. Thank you. John?
All right, let's dig deeper on this by bringing in the governor of the great state of Oklahoma, Kevin Stitt. Governor, thanks so much for being with us. Really appreciate your time, sir.
Governor.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
So you, at least the Oklahoma Highway Patrol and ICE conducted a joint operation in recent days where you arrested more than 125 illegal aliens, and you came up with a number of commercial drivers who seemed to have licenses that were issued improperly or illegally to them in sanctuary states. You found that, I think, 20% of commercial driver's licenses that you examined were awarded to illegal aliens. And I've been reading what you've been saying about this. You're pretty hot about this.
That is crazy.
Yeah, you know, when my head of Highway Patrol called me and was, we were talking about this operation, and to us, it's pretty simple. We're just going to enforce the law. And until drive on roads in Oklahoma, you've got to be able to read and understand English, especially the people driving 18-wheelers. So when he told me that he pulled over 520 vehicles at one of our checkpoints as an operation, and over close to 25% of these drivers were illegally driving. They were from China, Russia, Venezuela. It is unbelievable. And these aren't people that are here legally with a legal CDL. They had overstayed their visa. They had illegally obtained this CDL, and they're just violating the intent of the law and the absolute law. The one person that we posted on from New York had literally been detained at the southern border, crossing illegal in 2023, and then was just released. It was a catch and release type deal. And they showed up in New York and got their CDL license. And you saw that. It's had no given name. And I'm not trying to call anybody out. I think the American people need to understand this is a problem, and we have to be a law and order state and a law and order country.
We've got that license up, and let's put it back up on the screen again. As you pointed out, William LaJeunesse showed it in his fine reporting, and here it is again. How does somebody receive a commercial driver's license that says no name given?
Well, that's what's, if you'll read the New York Post today, Richard Barth, who worked and was part of the policy that created the Real ID.
Apparently, New York State, when I found out doing that video last night on this, is a regular license, not a CDL, but a regular license for driving a car. You don't really need that because they allow non-citizens to get regular driver's license in New York State, or somehow they're getting through getting that and then upgrading to the CDL somehow with the same thing, no name given. I don't know. It's crazy.
And it's very clear. You've got to give your full name. You need multiple, documents that show either a social security number, a passport, maybe utility bill. So that's what's a head scratcher to us. But these are real problems. And I can give you other examples of some human trafficking that we caught in Oklahoma. But I encourage every state to really look at the policy. I'm not trying to call out any governors, but if you have people in your state that are doing things, you've got to get on top of it. And we've got to be a rule of law country. And I think the American people expect to be safe on the roads. And we expect our 18-wheelers to be driven by people that can understand and read English. And you gave an example of down in Texas, the public safety issue and the major car wreck that killed some people. And that's what we're trying to avoid. And we need to fix immigration altogether. We need to have policies that if people are working here and there's an employer that wants to match the employee, we need to work on that. But we have to secure our border, and we have to make sure that people are here legally and they have a legal right to be here, and we know who they are and they've been properly vetted. And I think that's what the American people deserve and want.
Governor, just to finish off here, you mentioned the accident in Texas. There was also this one back on August the 12th in Florida, where a driver from India who was an illegal alien, had a commercial driver's license, did a U-turn in the middle of an interstate. A van slammed into that truck. 2 people were killed and a third taken to hospital with critical injuries. Is there any evidence that these people who have these CDLs have gone through the appropriate training? These training programs, they have to follow federal.
There he is, the man that took off to California, and the lieutenant governor here in Florida went out and brought him back. Yes, he's still in jail, no bond, awaiting trial. I think recently he just pled not guilty. So 3 counts. I think this news reporter here has had 2, 1 injured. The third one, I believe, passed. So there's 3 counts. I believe it's manslaughter. So he's awaiting trial on that with no bond.
Guidelines, they have to register with the federal government. But do we know if they care whether or not these are illegal aliens who are going to these schools? And are they even going to these schools?
You know, that's the thing. I mean, I think during COVID, it kind of got out of control. And during the Biden administration, they opened these, what we're calling illegal CDLs up. And we're just now finding out about it. We're cracking down in states like Oklahoma, and Secretary Duffy's all over this issue. But it's also harming American companies in the trucking business, right? It's illegal labor. It's people that are here illegally. And we've got to crack down on it. As far as the number of accidents, 100%, there's problems if you can't read the signs, if you don't understand the driving and you're not properly trained to get behind an 18-wheeler. That is a problem. There's a reason we have these kind of schools around to train CDL drivers, because those are big machines, and they can cause a lot of damage when you have people behind those machines that don't know what they're doing.
I just want to put this one last question to you, because I just got this from Governor Kathy Hochul, who says that the practice, I guess, of having no name given on the license is a practice that's allowed federally. She calls what you're all talking about there in Oklahoma, quote, hysterical and all made up as a way to distract from the shutdown.
Oh, my
answer the governor of New York there?
Listen, Kathy Hochul's my friend, and I know Kathy. Listen, I didn't come up with this. This is our as we're just enforcing the laws in Oklahoma, and I'm not trying to embarrass Kathy, because I don't think she's the one that approved that license, but it certainly came from the state of New York, and it was exactly the way we found it when we pulled this 18-wheeler driver over that was here illegally. By the way, that was the same person that was caught crossing the border illegally in 2023, and it was a catch and release program. They were given a sheet of paper. This is what American people need to understand. During the Biden administration, they would release you and say, oh, come back in 2 years to come to the court hearing. And of course, nobody showed up. They show up in New York, don't know how they get the license, but that's not fabricated. That's ridiculous. This was somebody we caught driving illegally in Oklahoma.
Yeah, and as Bill Malugin has pointed out, a lot of those people who were released into the country weren't even given that piece of paper. Governor, great to spend time with you this afternoon. Appreciate it.
God.
Thank you so much.
Lord.
Click here to subscribe.
Governor. I think governor from New York had to say it's all fabricated to take attention off of the shutdown, which just started yesterday or something. So I don't know. It's crazy. Over 120 drivers shut down, illegals, or bad CDLs. I don't know, man. Why does it take so long? This has been going on for years and years. Why hasn't anybody done anything before? I guess go back to what the Biden administration and all that didn't really carry the way. I don't know. Crazy, but there's crackdown now. Let's continue with this crackdown. Get these illegals out behind the wheel of an 18-wheeler, causing havoc across the United States. So that's all I got. Let me know down in the comment section what y'all think about this situation. I appreciate everybody watching. Everybody have a good day and stay safe.